toy culture reviews. We got the goods. Turtle Dad and Kaiju Kid, never misunderstood.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Thank you for joining us again. This is Turtle Dad
and Kaiju Kid,
and this is the weekend wrap up. And we'd like to thank you and welcome you one more time to our show. We're going to talk about a couple things that we saw this week and some announcements and just things that have happened, and then hopefully you can join us and enjoy. So let's go ahead and get started with what we're going to be selling this week, what we're selling. Got a couple things. You guys really need to check out our eBay store. We got a couple items that we still have from previous weeks, although we have sold quite a few number of items, so that's pretty good. Yeah, we sold some items. We're actually testing our mics today. We're going to see if this works. We'll see. Hopefully, we've done some tests and it looked like it was working. I just see if I can splice it all together, and well, we'll see.
Editing process.
What?
Editing process.
Oh, the editing process. Yeah. Don't make videos unless you enjoy editing. Editing is so much fun. So much fun.
It takes so much work. It could take days. Days.
So let's go ahead and start with what we're selling. We're going to have these up on our eBay store. We're going to start with...
Hal Jordan, the White Lantern.
Yes.
I didn't know you could become that.
Yes. This was a series that came out after a comic series. I think the comic series was called Blackest Night, I think. And it involved all the characters from the DC universe getting involved, and a bunch of them getting rings and choosing sides. And at one point we see Hal Jordan in white. So he's got the White Lantern, or he represents the White Lantern. So we got that figure. You can take that one over there. And next we have
Hal Jordan, the Black Lantern.
Well, you got the white one, now you got the black one. Of course, he came out in all, I believe Hal Jordan actually had all the rings, so I think at some point...
Yellow?
I think he came out in all different colors. Yeah, he had obviously the green one, but he came out in... There was, yeah, I believe so. So I think there were all different colors of Hal Jordan, but I only ended up getting the white and the black just because I thought they looked really cool at the time. But I never opened them, so hopefully if it's something that you're looking for...
You get to open it, or not.
Or not. You put it up on your wall. Wow. And this is going to be an all DC Universe version. DC Classics, in fact, because now we got another one, and this one is...
Superboy.
Superboy.
The Superball.
Superboy. Nah, I don't think that works. Anyway, it's going to be Superboy. This is the Superboy that came out in the rise or the reign of the Superman after the death of Superman in the early 90s. So it's the Catamus Project Superboy. So came out of Catamus. He has the powers of Superman. Not quite all of them. So I think he was still missing flight, or he was missing something, or he wasn't as strong. But he got a little attitude, his haircut, his sunglasses, and his leather jacket.
He showed up in the cartoon movie.
Yeah, we saw the cartoon movie after the reign of the Superman, after the death of Superman. So if you're looking for this figure, here you go.
Nobody ever dies.
Yeah, nobody ever does. And lastly, this week we have my favorite. This is my favorite of all the reign of the Superman. All the Supermen, we had Henry Irons, Steel, we had Superboy, then we had Cyborg Superman. This one was my absolute favorite. I loved this comic when I picked it up. I love this character. This is the Eradicator, which we come to find out is not actually Superman, even though he looks like Superman, acts like Superman, well, sort of. He is actually a machine that becomes enabled once... I believe it's his Fortress of Solitude that detects that he's either not alive or can't detect his life signs or something. So it activates this thing. And the Eradicator is actually, I thought it was a cool character. He no longer had the heat vision in his eyes, but he had power blasts that came out of his hands. And he was definitely a tough guy, because this guy would shoot first and then ask questions later. Or really didn't even ask questions. He would just shoot. But But I like this
He's
character.
the king, the conqueror of the DC universe.
Not really, but just I liked how they had this character, how they developed. Biggest thing for me was just the costume. I love that it was the black and the blue, and the fact that his cape connected to his shield on his chest. That was a great idea. I thought they should have done that going forward. But anyway, this is my favorite, so we're gonna put this one up on our eBay store. Hopefully, this is something that you're looking for. It looks great inside the box. I can't say that the boxes are 100% in perfect condition, but I mean, I still think that they're kind of in display condition. This will put them up. Or if you want to open it, there you go. All right, now moving on.
Wasn't it the robot one?
Yes, it's a. Well, no, not the cyborg Superman though. The cyborg Superman where it was like half Superman, half machine.
Robot.
Yeah, that we find
Terminator Superman.
Terminator Superman, exactly.
The crossover.
We find out that one is kind of like is the evil one actually. Okay, so let's talk toys. Let's talk some toys. And man, oh man, do we have stuff to talk about? Over the weekend there was an announcement of the Target Haulathon. It's the event that Target does once a year where they basically put out a bunch of these items. A bunch of them, I think they're NECA, and I think there's other sellers too. But I looked at the NECA ones because those are the ones where my eyes were. That's what I wanted. So I saw a bunch of people online, a bunch of people across the Twitterverse, who were saying that they were going to the local Targets and they were finding just racks of this stuff. I don't know why they don't drop it at the same time at every Target. My understanding is there's supposed to be like a representative that shows up and they're supposed to help. And I guess not every Target has one. So there were Target employees that didn't even know this was going on. They weren't willing to go in the back and check stuff, or they were told that they can't. So we went and looked, and we found. We found a couple items, but not really what we were looking for. We were looking for something specific. So let's go down the list and let's talk about what we were looking at, or at least the items that I was interested in, the items that you were interested in, and we'll talk about it. So first up, we got Man Ray. Now, Man Ray, I love. This is the Archie Comics version, so it's the one that they came out in the comic book, the Archie version comic, and I love how he looks. I love the blue color that they give him. He looks just like the. He is. Well, he would be a good guy, so he's. Oh no.
He's right there.
No, he's right there. He's right there.
Oh, that's what I was looking at.
He's right down here. However, this is
cartoon.
That's the cartoon toy version, not really the Archie version. So the Archie version looks really cool. But so I was looking for that one. Didn't find it. Moving on, we have Rex the robot. Rex
a favorite, even though I didn't know he existed.
Mm-hmm.
I like the sculpt. Rex is.
He's massive, right?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be massive.
He's like Zod height. Like he. Isn't he?
I haven't.
He's definitely Chrome Dome height.
Yes, I think he's Chrome Dome height. So if you got the Chrome Dome, yeah, his Chrome Dome's down there. So if you got the Chrome Dome figure, it's a massive figure. This Rex figure, I think, as I understand it, is supposed to be a little bit bigger. But it looks great. It's a great figure. It's a typical 80s, early 90s cartoon robot that is a cop.
RoboCop.
Yeah, you think RoboCop, you're thinking RoboCop, but it's like, he looks like he's wearing a uniform, Great looking figure. I love how it looks. I'm hoping we're able to find two. One for him, one for me. I would say two because you open one, you save one. But in this household, we need two because we open both. He wants his to do his thing with it. And Luke has some great videos where he's doing animations and stuff, and we'll have to show more of those. But I need it because I need to fight within myself of whether I open it or I just leave it in the box. So I got a couple of figures that I leave in the box, but sometimes I want to open them and I want to display them. I don't know what to do, but I won't know until I have it in my hands. Anyway, moving on. We have there's also the Mighty Hog and the Rhino Man. So this was Bebop and Rocksteady. It's a 2-pack, great looking 2-pack. And honestly, aside from the original Bebop and Rocksteady from the cartoon, this 2-pack is the only other 2-pack that I've actually not necessarily gotten excited about, but I just love the way they look.
Like better than the pirate ones?
I think so. For me, I know some people really love the pirate ones and the bunny one, the Easter bunny ones, but this pack just looks great.
I think if I had to choose between now, there's 4 Bebop and Rocksteadies. I think I would go with the robot ones.
Oh yeah, the Super Bebop and Mighty Rocksteady. Those were okay. I'll stand corrected. Those actually look really cool. Robot versions of them. Those look really cool. But I like these.
They're like if they became a superhero.
Like superhero, right? Like they were trying to be superheroes, but I mean, they're not superheroes. But the costumes that they have are just made from like things that they found in the kitchen and around the lair and stuff. And so it's like a bed sheet around there. Great looking figures. It makes me laugh just when I saw the pictures. I was like, that's so funny.
I remember when Crane came with a towel because there was one scene he took a shower.
And he wrapped it around. Yeah. Oh, he wrapped it around. Yeah. I used to love that cartoon. That was so silly.
I thought, why would he need to do that? You already show yourself the whole time. That's why it was funny.
It's silly to be silly. So then moving on, we have the Bebop and Rocksteady gang. So these were all the human characters of the original gang that Bebop and Rocksteady came from, and now they've been mutated. So, but what's cool about it's a 2-pack, the 2 separate 2-packs, and you get 2 characters in each. What's great about this is that you almost get 4 characters in each box because the characters come with different limbs, different parts, because they're in their human form, but you can change them to their mutated form. So one looks like he's got a big old booger on his face or a big old something. It just covers, I don't know, it's supposed to be like a mole man or something. It just looks really weird, really disgusting. But I'm not interested in this, but I know a lot of people were and trying to build it with the rest of the characters.
The worm one.
That's the one I think is the worm one. And he looks really weird. But we saw that one. We did see that one, but I wasn't too excited about it. So I'll leave it for the next collector. Then we have this. I'll leave you to talk about this one. You can talk about it because I know you really want to talk about this one.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
With the Triceratons, they have already released them. We have Zod and what was the Emperor's name?
I don't remember. We'll put it here.
Yeah, the Zod was the green one and the Emperor was the yellow one. And then we had that pack, right?
Yeah.
The orange Triceraton and the Roton. Mm-hmm. And now we get the Archie comic books. And if you look at photos, there's going to be a photo here. Mm-hmm. They are massive compared to the turtles. Yes. I mean, they can consider to be like Godzilla's minions. Yeah. How big they are. And NECA finally did one.
Yep.
Zod. He's not tall.
Zod or Zog?
Zod. I call him Zod.
Okay, Zod. Okay.
They made him bulky. Even though he's only like an inch taller than like taller figures, he's still really bulky.
Just massive. He just looks so massive
and
in that box.
And he has a lot of articulation still. Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah. That figure looks great. That figure, we would probably only get one, even though I would like to have it, because what's cooler than a dinosaur,
massive,
just massive and moving around like a human, but he deserves it more than I do because that figure looks great and he loves dinosaurs. So, but that one we'd like to get our hands on. Moving on, we have the Shredder clones, which I would like this set simply because I already have one. I have the Shredder with the claw hands, and I got that one with our box.
I wonder if he stands, because those are long arms that.
Yeah.
I don't think he can hold a joint.
He's back here somewhere. But the Shredder clones, the other two, one is the massive one. I don't know what he's called, but he's got 4 arms.
He showed up in the Nickelodeon show. Remember that?
I think so. Yeah.
I have him from the Nickelodeon show and the Shredder.
That's right. Yeah. So I think I've mentioned this before. I love characters with multiple limbs. They got 4 arms. I just think that's the coolest thing is to have a huge character with multiple arms.
Like
I don't know.
Anthrax?
Yeah, like that and like your
Gore.
Baxter Stockman fly.
Yeah, from Super 7.
Yeah, the Super 7 one. I just like the way that he's got his regular hands and then he's got two like monster fly hands. I think multiple arms just looks cool. Well, this figure looks cool. It's got 4 arms.
I think they're based all on like bug type animals because he's based on a lobster, right? The other one's
I think
like
it's just
sea animals.
But these are from the original comic, the comic book. So they're not for the cute cartoon or anything. They're supposed to be a little bit scarier, a little something that Shredder kind of, I think Krang or Shredder, one of them made them to
Was it
fight this
Baxter?
thing. I don't remember how it's done in the comic book. I'll have to look it up. But you get that, and then you get a mini Shredder. And that one just looks funny. He just looks hilarious. He's got a big old head, Shredder head, and he's got little arms. And I like that one.
They must have discussed it without the helmet.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, both. Well, if they're clones of Shredder. But anyway, those two come in a pack, so I'd like to see those. Then we're getting Jaguar, and Jaguar is from, again, the Archie comics. This is a cool figure. I would like to get it simply because as soon as I saw it, it teleported me back to when my brother and I had those Archie comics as kids, and I still have quite a few around here. I didn't find that one, the first appearance of Jaguar, but it looks like a cool figure.
Is he a Jaguar?
He's a Jaguar, and that's what they call him, Jaguar. Then we saw they have the Last Ronin figure, the NECA Last Ronin figure in a red hue. So kind of like one of the covers where you see the shadowing, so it's black, but then you see the red hue on it, kind of represent blood or whatever.
It's my least favorite just because it's already been a figure and the rest of these are newer.
Newer figures, yeah.
Like, would you go? Let's say they re-release a Superman. Would you buy that or would you buy a newer Superman? So it kind of falls there.
Okay, I'll give you that. Would I buy a re-release version of Superman that I already have, or a new Superman? I will agree with you. I would go with the new Superman, but then I would go back and get the other Superman. I just love Superman. I love Superman.
I picked the wrong one.
I think you did the wrong example there. But anyway, okay. So then we saw what I really wanted. What I think, again, we're probably gonna have to get a 2-pack. We may even have to get 3 of these because I want my own. I know you want your own, so you can do your videos. And then when Leia found out that they had this, she's like, "Oh, I wanted to." She thought they were so cute. This accessory pack for the cartoon Ninja Turtles comes with the 4 turtles as babies, young children. I think it's the TV set.
Like 4-year-olds?
They're tiny. But they look so cute. I really want this set. When they announced it, I was like, oh, I got to get it. I may have to wait till they make it available online because we went. Nada. So I'm hoping that maybe we'll find it.
Like at a random day?
No, I think maybe during the week if we check
Frankenstein's?
again. Yeah, if we go to we know if we go to Frankenstein,
yeah,
we'll
probably
find it for like double the price. Mm-hmm. But no, I if we go during the week, maybe there was a Target nearby that we checked and they didn't have anything. So I'm assuming they just didn't open them or didn't release them yet. They must have a shipment. So I'm thinking maybe we check during the week. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll find something. I'm hoping we'll find something.
I've noticed that a lot of figures that a lot of people have reviewed already are now starting to come to Target in person instead of just being online.
Yeah.
So they definitely have inventory.
Yeah.
But they decide like there's too much room here, so we'll wait.
I don't know how they're making the decisions, but I mean, I'm hoping that this week we'll find those accessory packs. I don't know about all the other stuff I wanted. We have to budget ourselves, so we may just focus on the accessory pack, but I'm looking forward to finding them, or somebody can find them for me, ship them out to me. That'd be great too. I'll really appreciate it. Okay. Oh, and then we did see they re-released the Spider Gremlin, NECA Spider Gremlin, which is a great looking figure. And
scary too.
Scary looking figure, great looking figure, and scary looking figure, and would look perfect anywhere in my office or anywhere in your room, and people will never stay in your room because that thing is going to freak people out. But we did see them there at Target. I almost grabbed one, but I have to be careful. I have to be choosy with what I get, and I'd rather wait for that accessory pack. But wow, that figure looks, I mean, at least the box that it came in looked good. I couldn't open it to see inside, but
It's not like a regular neck.
yeah, it doesn't have a panel window so you can see inside. But I've seen other people, they have it. It's a great looking figure.
I wonder if the legs move.
Yeah, I think you can pose the legs
Okay.
and stuff as well. Great looking figure. So, whew, that was a lot. That's a lot. I mean, I know there's more. There is more stuff that came out. I'm not reviewing it because it's not really stuff. There were some like Alf, Alf
You saw
figure.
Elf.
I know, we saw the Alf figures. And they look great. Again, I got to focus on what I got to focus on. And so I couldn't really get into those. But yeah, they had a lot of stuff this year.
Wow.
So hopefully,
And then we're gonna talk a lot because McFarlane announced his what he's gonna do for the winter, with all the stuff he's gonna do.
yeah, I think we'll review that next week.
Is it next week?
No. We'll review it next week when he's after he announces it. It is next week, isn't it? They're having a McFarlane Day or something. They're doing
It's
some sort of
winter season.
Yeah, but they're doing like an announcement of what's going to come out
for
towards the end of
several
the-
days.
Yeah. I don't know if it's next week. We'll find out.
Right.
I'll post it here. If I can find it online, I'll post it here. Anywho, I did want to mention that the Loyal Subjects has their version of Ninja Turtles, or their version of a toy line called BSTAXN. I'm sure it stands for something. I have no idea what it stands for. But in this series, they're going to release a set of 4 Ninja Turtles from IDW Publishing. So this is not the cartoon. This is not the movie. This is not the old Archie comics. This is the current comic books that you can get if you go to your comic book shop. And if you do enjoy it, have a great time because comic book shops are pretty cool. But anywho, IDW's version of the Ninja Turtles, and these figures look amazing. They look great. They look like they were just pulled right off of the comic. And apparently, we're getting the 4 turtles, and each one of them is a vehicle. And I think they're all motorcycles. I think each motorcycle is going to have the color scheme of the turtle. I believe that's the way that I saw at least one with Raph on it and it had like red on it. Or the motorcycle's in the color red so that it matches Raph. But what I liked how they look, the detailing that they have. I know these figures are a little bit smaller than some of the NECA figures.
Like that size?
They're bigger than the old Playmates Toys ones, but a little bit smaller than the NECA ones.
So like the 6-inch, like Marvel Legends size?
I guess they're a little bit smaller than 6-inch. They're
So
the loyal subject ones. And I know we've seen them before. They're a little bit small. They do have a lot of articulation, which is great. Here's my only gripe. So it looks like we're getting Leo and Donnie, and they'll be released. This is going to happen later on in the fall. It's not even anytime soon. But later on in the fall, we're going to get these figures. But we're getting Leo and Donnie being released at Walmart, while Raph and Mikey are being released at Target.
Is it because of their colors? Red.
I don't know.
Red and orange.
You know what?
Similar?
You know what? Hey, I didn't even think about that.
Because
Hey,
you got cool and you got warm colors.
You might be onto something. So blue, Leo going to Walmart. Walmart's symbol is blue, and then you got Raph going to Target, and Target, their symbol is red. Maybe no, I don't think. I think they were just trying to reach a wider audience. I don't know. Honestly, I would have
done just both.
I hate this idea. Yes, do both. I hate this idea because I'm gonna be looking at Target for 2 of the figures, and then I'm gonna have to go to Walmart and look for the other 2, and I'm probably gonna have to hit like 6 stores to get these. So 3 Walmarts, 3. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm already tired, and they haven't even come out yet. So we'll see how it goes later down this year. All right. So we're done talking toys. We talked a lot about toys because wow, there was a lot of great stuff. But now let's move on
Great
to
memory.
huh?
Great memories.
Great memories. We're making memories. Let us talk about what we've seen. What have we seen? What have we seen? What did we see? What was the big thing we saw? We didn't see it over the weekend because it was packed and it was sold out and we were busy. So we saw it during the week. What did we see?
We saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. The third Ant-Man movie in the MCU.
And what'd you think?
It was awesome. I rated. It wasn't as good as Endgame, but it was better than a lot of other movies. I will rate it, and I've heard a lot of my friends rate this the same number, 8.
Okay, 8 out of what?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay, so 8 out of 10. And you know what? I'm gonna say spoilers. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
We're gonna talk about it a little bit.
Spoilers.
Not a lot.
We said it.
But we're gonna talk about it a little bit. What did you like about the movie?
I love the part where they went a little like a Daredevil approach to this.
Okay.
We're showing like more something you would see in Venom, like more action like that.
Oh, so more action. You're saying that you saw more action.
Blood, like more blood. I'm like, oh wow, the MCU hasn't done this recently since Endgame.
Okay.
Where where King was fighting Ant-Man. King was kicking the crap out of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Ant-Man, because of course that would happen. King has hundreds of years of experience, and Ant-Man barely has any fighting skills. So it does make sense.
He barely knows how to fight, but anywho,
I think that was
good. That was good. You know what right away what I liked about the movie is that feeling that you get in Star Wars the first time you see Star Wars A New Hope, and they go into the cantina and the camera kind of pans around the cantina and there's all these characters, these weird looking characters. That was it for me when they shrunk down and went into the quantum realm, and you see all of these weird looking characters. And because it's a whole world, of these characters, and I thought that was really great. There were some very, very funny scenes in that movie.
And they brought an actor in who I never thought I would see in the MCU.
Who's that?
Ghostbuster.
Oh, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. They brought him in.
And maybe it was his choice. To play this type of character. I feel like it was kind of a waste having such a big actor like Bill Murray. Could have been a different character that would have played a bigger role. But maybe this is enough for him. He just wanted to be in a movie and just be a smaller character.
It helped sell the movie because they're like, oh, he's in this movie. I don't know why.
But he has a very funny scene, and I enjoyed it. Now I will say I enjoyed the movie. I am not surprised if it doesn't do as great as other Marvel flicks. And here's my biggest thing about that is the fact that the movie takes place almost 90% of the movie takes place within the quantum realm. And I think there's difficulty with connecting people who maybe haven't seen the other Ant-Man movies or have been watching these movies, kind of connecting them to these characters because it's so just far-fetched and just way out there. I still think the movie was well done. I liked the characters. I liked the way that they use the technology, the Ant-Man technology, where they grow, they shrink, they grow, they shrink, and then kind of intertwine that with the other characters they brought, the newer characters they brought in, and I like that. And then for me, the subplot of the father-daughter relationship that's going on there. As a father, I got my kids. Haven't quite gotten there yet, but I know that within a few years I'll be having not those type of conversations, but similar conversations, because they're gonna be doing things on their own that maybe I have difficulty.
You won't be
accepting.
talking to us about the quantum realm.
Well, you know what? It's in the future, so you never know. We could be in the quantum realm within a few years because they're doing some amazing stuff in science. So I like the movie. I think it was a good movie. I thought we had it's definitely a good popcorn movie. There's a lot of action, a lot of things going on.
A lot of like stuff you want to learn about. I'm also gonna say this, just in case you didn't go to our spoiler warning, and that way you don't miss this in the credit scene. There's 2 credit scenes.
Two credits,
Just in case you still wanted to watch this. And thank you for, not being surprised and hearing a little.
So enjoy that. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. You should have seen it. We did say spoilers. You could have stopped and gone and watched it and then come back. But I would definitely recommend it. I mean, go and see it. And if you're not going to go and see it in theaters, when eventually it comes to Disney Plus, watch it on Disney Plus. It's still an enjoyable. I know that we're going to watch it again when it comes out on Disney Plus. All right. Moving on. Let's see. We got... The Flash has now entered its 9th and final season. Which kind of makes me sad because I got really excited when The Flash first started. When Arrow, the episode of Arrow comes on and Barry came on. And I'm like, oh my, I remember sitting there and I'm, oh my God. And my wife was like, what are you so excited about? I'm like, that's the Flash. That's the Flash. He becomes the Flash. And then like a couple episodes later, he goes through this whole thing. He becomes the Flash. And then, Greg Berlanti, I think his name is, created the show just for the Flash. I was so excited because I was a huge fan of the Flash from the 90s. That show was so
Wait,
good. I think
a show?
Yeah, the old show. That's where the guy who plays his dad. He was the old Flash from the 90s. That's what makes it so great. Is he I thought we talked about this. So
you talked to me about Superman, Superman and Lois, and talked to me about the Batman, and I think Green Lantern. But I don't remember a Flash.
Okay.
I
guess what we're gonna be doing? We're gonna be going back to those 90 cartoons. Episodes. It's not a cartoon. It's live action.
Yeah, the anime.
It was a live action, and you know the effect where Barry's running, and right now it's just CGI, right? You just see a flash and he runs. In the old 90s show, to get that same effect, they actually have to have the actor take a step, take a picture, take a step, take a picture. And so that they can get that, kind of like stop motion, but just so they can get that trail of Flash behind him. And he hated it because it took so long to film. But I like the show. Mark Hamill was in the show. Mark Hamill comes out in the show. He is the trickster. I think that was the trickster. And he comes out in the show. And he does a voice that's similar to the Joker, I think, if I remember correctly.
He played 2 DC characters and 1 Mattel character. So
then the show was great. I loved it as a kid. I think even I'd have to look it up. But I thought Danny Elfman, who did the Batman movies, the first 2 Batman movies, Tim Burton movies, I thought he did the opening scenes for the Flash. I don't remember. But it was a great show. I loved it, and it got canceled, I think, after 1 season or 2 seasons. But then when the new Flash show aired, and Barry's dad turned out to be that same actor, I thought it was great. It was a great connection. And we even get to see him in the original suit from the 90s show. That's why I thought I'd talk to you about it, because we saw him, and I was like freaking out that, oh my God, he's in the same suit. Anyway, so if you get a chance, start watching it. It's the last season of The Flash. Kind of sad about it, but we're actually in the midst of going back because, unfortunately, not even going back. I can't say going back. We didn't finish. We stopped watching. Something happened, and we stopped watching The Flash at the end of the 3rd season. So now we're starting. We just started the first few episodes of the 4th season. Yeah, the 4th season. So now we're going back, and we're gonna watch. We're going to try to catch up before the show ends.
I've been waiting for season 7, and I just got too ambitious, and I watched a video on it.
I think you were talking.
And
that was
King Shark versus Gorilla Grodd. That is a cool one.
That's right.
But I think one that would make me really happy is Killer Croc versus King Shark.
Yeah. So we're going back. We're watching that. So we encourage you to do the same. Go back and watch it, or start watching it, or just enjoy it. I loved it. I still like it. I really, I'm glad that the show did so well for at least these 9 years. I don't know why they're not doing a 10th. There is a rumor that maybe the reason that the Flash is ending in the 9th season is because maybe in the Flash movie, when he resets the DCU, he's going to disappear, and the new Flash that appears might be the Flash that we see on the TV show. That's a rumor. I don't know if it's true. It's typically not done. You don't typically take characters from TV shows, put them in movies that were already established. So, but, stranger things have happened, they say. So, and I think that would be great.
Marvel's done it. Marvel's about to do it
With what?
Miss Marvel. She's about to be in not her own movie, but at least a main character in her.
Okay,
movie.
I'll give you that. So Marvel's gonna do this again. Still, it hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
So at least not that I can recall. So I'm looking forward to it. So we're gonna be watching these episodes, trying to play catch up and see these episodes before the final episode airs, so that we can be up to date. And so watch it with us. Last thing we're gonna cover is Luke had some questions about, I don't know what you were watching, but you suddenly had questions about Batman
Forever.
From Batman Forever. And I started answering it, and then I thought, why am I answering these questions? Let's watch the movie. So we put on the movie, we're watching it, and it kind of answered some of your questions, right? Like why Two-Face hated Batman. And I said, well, that version
he couldn't
of him,
save him.
He blames Batman for being scarred and turning into Two-Face and things like that. So, not the greatest of explanations, because I know in the comics there is better explanations. I love the version in the animated cartoon, Batman the animated series, how Bruce and Harvey Dent were actually friends, and Harvey Dent always had this dark side to him, and he was trying to get treatment, and then he was, he was running for district attorney, and then the mob kind of was blackmailing him. He was going after them, and then something got blown up, and half his face went missing. So I liked how they did it in the cartoon. Obviously, the movie, you only have a few minutes or a few seconds really to tell that backstory. And I know a lot of people do not like Batman Forever, but
for reasons.
They have their reasons. It's not as great as Tim Burton's version, and they took his story, but they
I think the
changed
fourth
it too
movie
much.
was Batman and Robin. Little weird at how they did the suits.
Yeah.
This one wasn't as weird.
Yeah. I will say that I loved as a kid, and I still enjoy today, Batman Forever for a multitude of reasons. I like Val Kilmer. I love the fact that we got Robin. I wanted to see Robin in Batman. We haven't had a Robin since. We haven't had a Robin
since the 60s.
Because we saw The Dark Knight Rises, and this cop ends up being a version of Robin, but it's not Robin. He doesn't suit up or anything. We got Robin in the suit, and we got to see Two-Face. I love Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey as the Riddler was hilarious to me. So
he played a perfect role because
I thought so.
I think that one day he should probably play a version of the Joker. Maybe not main
I think he's
universe.
done doing these type of movies, but yeah, way back when he should have. But we saw it. We haven't finished it yet. We've seen it before, but he just doesn't remember some of the scenes, so we're rewatching it. But we'll probably finish it, while we're eating or something. And but we're enjoying it, right? Yeah. Okay. All right.
I thought it was kind of weird that Bruce Wayne has blonde hair.
I mean,
it's a little bit weird. I've never seen Bruce Wayne with blonde hair.
I don't think.
But it's just like the blonde James Bond.
No. Oh. That's another. There's a whole nother section of hate for that. All right, moving on. Let's talk nerd books and stuff. We don't really have anything to comment. We didn't go to a comic book store a comic book shop this week. So we didn't pick anything up. But I would like to say that I learned something. Comic book historians on Twitter tweeted that Jerry Siegel and Joel Shuster, who created Clark Kent Superman, had actually modeled the likeness of Clark after a reporter and a sci-fi fan named Walter Dennis in the 1930s. I guess he was Jerry was corresponding with him, and I don't know if he just liked his look or whatever. But I saw a picture of this gentleman, and that's Clark Kent. I mean, maybe a little scrawnier, but that's Clark Kent. The glasses, the suit, and everything. And it's true, a lot of people dressed that way in that time, but I mean, the hair, everything, that was Clark Kent. So I was like, oh, that was pretty cool to find out. That
I think
Clark
I've
is actually,
heard that name before.
What, Clark Kent?
No. What was his name?
Walter Dennis.
I thought it was a DC character already.
Oh, they may have done that later on as an homage to him, but I don't know. Okay, so what else we got? We got anything else? Not really, right? That's it.
No.
That's it. So this is the end of the show. Once again, I will mention we do have our I think I'll put it here, our GoFundMe account. If you want to help us get some equipment, we're trying these things out, these microphones. Hopefully, when I edit it all together, it sounds okay. I don't know. Yes, you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it working? I'm Venom. I'm Batman. That's what you're supposed to say. I'm Batman.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Yeah. So, if you want to support just the channel that we're doing, if you get like this show, go ahead and you can donate there. If not, if you can't, don't worry about it. Just share, follow. Let people know that this is something that you enjoy, and maybe they would enjoy, or the kids would enjoy, or their 40-year-old husbands who still collect toys. Join us. There is, I will also post some information of our Facebook account. Definitely post our link for our eBay store where you can get some of these items that we're posting. And trust me, I got a lot more stuff I got to get rid of. So I will be putting more stuff on our store. And hopefully it's stuff that you guys are looking for, you guys will enjoy. And what's going to be our word of the day? Turtles. So we're going to say peace. We're going to say love. We're going to say turtles. All right, everyone. Have a good one.